And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
In the New Orleans Saints select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Keep going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, guys? Dirty Boot Sports, and we are back with episode number 138. It's storming tonight. Hopefully that doesn't affect this pod. Hopefully don't shut the power out or anything.
Hey, been there, done that.
Yeah, definitely. But, luckily no interview tonight or anything like that. But we needed the rain. So this isn't something that we're complaining.
That's how I realized I'm getting older, is the fact that I'm kind of happy it's raining because we needed it.
Yeah.
Looking at my yard is pretty sad right now.
Yeah.
it's like the freaking freaking hay out there, basically. It's brown. It's
not great.
Khaki color. It's bad.
But yeah, hopefully that don't affect us or anything. It is just me and Chance again tonight. People still vacationing, and Bill's probably recovering from the Tech Marathon last night. Ain't no telling when he got home. But yeah, we're going to be on this, doing our last two previews for the AFC. It's going to be two separate episodes. But
the Giants have 6 now. Okay. I'm turning that off.
Yeah, 3-run double. Good job, McHugh.
He sucks this year, man.
He does. I never liked him. So
maybe this is the end of the road for him.
Yeah, he's going to be the one that we lose for Dylan Lee. And that's Braves talk for you. Hopefully no more of that. But yeah, this is going to be our AFC West preview. And our Dirty Five safeties, which we're doing safeties and cornerbacks on these two episodes. And
two completely different positions, in my opinion.
Oh, they are, but I think they're both really hard.
I think there's a set of guys. I think there's a top 5 of both, and you can rank them how you want to.
Really?
I do.
I think I have wild cards.
I looked at Peyton's, and I was like, yeah, that's probably right. Those are the guys. I have a different order than he does, but I was like, yeah, that's probably the guys.
I have wild cards, and for my number 5 of both, I did kind of take a different route where I didn't necessarily go top 5 best straight up period right now, but
prediction or something.
A little bit of a prediction of a guy that I think has the upside to be in that top 5 discussion next year.
Oh, dude, McHugh has a club option after this year. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. But yeah, tonight, safeties, I think it's very relevant with the AFC West as well. Good matchup for that. But we'll talk more about that later. But yeah, before we get into this, is there any other things you want to talk about?
How about them dogs, for one?
Yeah, Tech, what a win.
After I proclaim that they're just absolutely horrible, because they are horrible. They're very bad.
They are.
They're going to be very, very bad. How about the uniform situation? You know what happened there?
They weren't ready.
Yeah. How is that possible?
Is that really why?
That's what Sean Fox said he heard.
Oh, well, I jokingly said that.
No, that's a thing. They were not ready.
Doesn't surprise me.
That's not even the correct Tech red is what people are saying as well. Whatever that means.
Shout out Adidas.
Yeah. No numbers. I mean no names on the back. Doing that garbage like Penn State did for a little while, the Yankees. Anytime you associate yourself with the Yankees,
we wore baby blue last year and had names on the back mid-year.
Yeah. I don't get why we didn't have names. I guess it's because just a temporary thing.
I leave my internship and it just all goes downhill for athletics there.
Yeah, they should have hired you, huh?
That's it. But yeah, anything else? Caleb Williams showed out a little bit last night.
I think Sam Hartman outplayed him. That's just me.
Williams had only 370 and 4 touchdowns.
I don't think he had 370. He had 2-something.
No.
He did not have 300 yards passing.
He didn't?
No. Give me 2 seconds. 278.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tackett Curtis started.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere on Facebook. I didn't know if that was true or not. He only had 2 tackles, so he sucks.
Bust. Anything else with college football? College football's back. That's cool.
Got to gamble on it again.
Only lost $20.
Yeah, I started out 2-0. I should have stopped there.
Yeah, but who does that? bet every game and take the overs on games when teams are hot and sweaty and can't score.
Yeah. You only lose, Clay, when you quit.
How about that Vanderbilt situation?
What happened there?
You seen their field?
No. Oh, yeah. They're going through like the Tech thing right now.
They're going through renovation, and they played.
That's what Tech did, remember?
They held up their scoreboard with cranes.
Well, that's funny.
They're an SEC school, champ.
Yeah, but see, you remember when Tech built that thing in the I think
DAC?
it's the south end zone, yeah. I remember when they walked out of the freaking
or my bad, the newly named Origin Bank Athletic Fulfillment Success Complex or whatever the crap it just went through.
That's going to be at the other side.
Oh, I thought that's what that.
No, that's the other side.
Okay.
You can't take Davis's name off of that. No, they had to walk through like a freaking construction zone.
Yeah.
Like on plywood and stuff every game.
I do remember that.
It's weird.
I can't think of anything else. Shohei towards UCL.
Yeah.
Shohei's done pitching as a starter, and then will be.
He lost about $200 million, and you saw the reports that
he declined imaging.
The Angels wanted to get it looked at.
Yeah, the Angels wanted him to get MRIs.
It was probably already
torn.
No. I mean, it's probably already torn.
Yeah, and they also
knew that too.
They said that's a common thing that players decline MRIs.
Yeah, I mean,
which is dumb.
Like I told you about Eric O'Flaherty. He said any pitcher, if you get their elbow looked at, it's going to be torn. It's just whether a guy can deal with it or not.
Yeah.
So
I think that's just about it though for the other news. I can't really think of anything else.
Ronald Acuna Jr. has 2 home runs and 1 stolen base from a first-time ever 30-60 season.
Yeah, that's true.
First time ever in MLB history.
He still might not win MVP.
Yeah, and he might not win it. That's kind of crazy to think about.
It is. That's the Dodgers for you.
And it's not a knack on him. I mean, they're playing really well as well, but it's like DOB said today. It was like Acuna has not lost it. The other guys have just gotten closer.
Yeah, Acuna's still batting .330 this month.
Yeah, God forbid.
It's just that Mookie batted like .500.
Yeah.
So, maybe they'll lean toward consistency instead of recency bias. When Acuna was batting like .370 for the first 3 months of the year.
Yeah, his stat. If he goes 30-60, I don't know how you don't give it to him.
Yeah. Hopefully it happens.
It needs to for his legacy, like you said.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, it's he needs it now. Get it now, and then
go ahead and solidify yourself as top 5 in the game.
He'll have more chances, but he needs it now.
24.
What?
How old is he? 24?
26.
He's 26.
Gotta be. He's not 24. Chance, it came up in 18.
Yeah, I forgot it's been a while.
No, he hit the grand slam in 18.
Yeah, he did.
Which Money Mike had a video of, which was
25.
Awesome. 25? Okay.
Yeah, so cut the middle.
So he was 20 when he hit that grand slam?
He was a baby. Youngest to ever hit a grand slam in the playoffs.
That's insane.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let's
do an ad read.
Let's do an ad read. Let's see. What we got. This Little Piggy is a food trailer based in Jonesboro that brings the best barbecue around to the people. You can find This Little Piggy and owner Kyle Terrell set up at events and festivals all around Jackson Parish and surrounding areas. To keep track of when you can get your hands on some amazing brisket or pulled pork, follow This Little Piggy on Facebook. Shout out to Kyle. He's always sharing our posts, stuff like that. So, big supporter of the pod. He shared the Pick'em contest that we're running. I saw that, so thanks for that. And yeah, if you're into Pick'ems and stuff like that, we are doing that for NFL and college this year. So search up Dirty Boots Sports on the ESPN Fantasy app, and yeah, find us. We're gonna have some type of like, I don't know, prize at the end of the year. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Probably
Jimmy
like
Graham
$100.
scored a touchdown.
Oh yeah, okay.
And he went and faked like he's gonna dunk it on the goalpost.
probably like $100 and some Big Read and some stuff like that or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But if you can beat us, that is, we're the experts. So.
I won it last year, didn't I?
I think me and you were down to the end. Oh, the satellite is not back. Cool. All right, let's get into this. So, AFC West.
AFC Richmond.
Yeah.
I thought that's where you were going.
It's our third one, and you just now made that comment.
Oh, the Braves are down 5-6 now.
What do we do? Matty O. Homer.
Nope, that'd be a Marcel celebration.
Marcel Homer?
Yep.
Holy crap. That's Big Bear for you.
Yeah, it is.
I love that nickname. All right, so who we starting with? Who was last year? Broncos or Raiders?
Had to be the Broncos.
Was it?
Had to been, huh?
Raiders might have been lower.
I can look it up real
Yeah.
quick. I'm on the,
Figure
I'm
that
on
out
the
real
app
quick.
already. No, I can't look it up. You can't toggle between the years.
I'll find it.
You can on the
Website.
desktop, but you can't on the app.
Yeah. It was the Broncos, 5-12, Raiders 6-11.
How about them Raiders?
We'll see about them later. There's the game. All right, there's a Big Bear with a big dip in.
His 29th home run of the year.
So let's start with Denver. Biggest news. Head coach. Sean Payton.
The thing everybody has been waiting for since he retired or quit.
Yeah, it was
resigned,
all, where is he going to go next?
Away, you know, everybody knew he'd take a year off. Nobody thought.
Yeah, didn't think it would.
Nobody thought he'd draw it out. You know.
Yeah, and I don't think Denver was at the top of anybody's list. I think everybody thought Cowboys.
Well, everybody probably figured Denver's coach was going to work out.
Or get more than 1 year.
More than 1 year. I mean, more than half a year. How about that?
Yeah.
Since he was freaking Aaron's guy, you know.
Yeah.
But, I think everybody thought Cowboys. I'm still kind of shocked they didn't fire McCarthy.
And take the shot on him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, looking at some of the – what was the trade for that? Did we get a first?
We got a first. That's the only reason
year?
we had a first this year.
Oh, was their first this year?
We got a first that one. That was it.
Okay. Looking at their additions – some pretty big ones, I would say. Not Jarrett Stidham, though, who I did not realize went here. 2-year, $10 million deal. But, I mean, that's a solid backup. A little bit of starting experience in the NFL. One that I think has just been snuck under the radar the whole year, Samaje Perine. 2 years, $7.5 million.
Now, is what's-his-face Javonte going to be back for the opening week?
Yes.
Because he tore it early.
He played in the preseason. He tore it week 3 last year.
Listen, this crap. Kid on Winfield's team tore his ACL, had surgery 7 months ago. He's going to be cleared by week 3.
It's insane.
So 8 months recovery. That's crazy.
It gets like shorter and shorter every time.
Yeah.
But with Perine, like, you know, right whenever I said Perine signed 2 years, $7.5 million, your first comment was, when is Javonte going to be back?
Yeah.
Why does Javonte get looked at as if he's this solidified bell cow?
I have no idea. That's just I knew that was the starting running back last year.
Yeah. It's a discussion that we had on the.
Perine has been freaking overshadowed in Cincinnati for.
Perine was arguably better than Mixon last year.
Yeah, he's been overshadowed for really no reason in particular. It's
and
just because Joe Mixon has a bigger name.
Javonte's been given this legitimate RB1 type of talk. What's he done? He played like the back half of his rookie year, then he tore his ACL last year. And he was never out there doing anything crazy.
Wasn't there like a lot of talk in camp last year about how good he looked or something?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what it is.
He was going to be great.
People are holding on to that the same way people hold on to what's-his-face. There's a guy that did really well and then got hurt as well. I'll think of it later.
But it's something we discussed on the fantasy podcast with, like, what is stopping Samaje Perine for coming in here on this 2-year contract and just straight up being better than Javonte Williams? Like, Javonte doesn't have this reputation yet, and especially in a new head coach, Sean Payton, old school type of team. Like, is Javonte just going to walk in and be like, yeah, I'm the number one guy? Sean Payton's going to make him work for that crap.
Yeah, he is. Sean Payton don't give a crap about none of these people.
He don't
Only
care
person
what
he cares
is.
about is Adam Troutman because he was drafted.
Absolutely. And Marquise Callaway.
He don't even care about his quarterback. He took away his office.
That's very true. But I would not be shocked in the slightest if Samaje Perine is getting 70% of the snaps for the running back as a running back for the Broncos.
Hey, you got Michael Burton there as well. That used to be our fullback.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you. I like Perine.
And he's getting
he's gotten better and
not
better.
Not trying to talk about fantasy just too much, but very undervalued.
Yeah.
In relation to where Javonte gets drafted.
And if you think about Sean Payton's New Orleans teams, he was at his best when he had 2 going.
Yeah. And Samaje's already shown that he can be that receiving type back.
Dating back all the way to Pierre Thomas and freaking Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
Like, he was best when he had his two. Yeah, like you said, Piron was the receiving back in Cincinnati.
Yeah, not to say that Mixon didn't catch the ball, but Piron went out there to be that guy.
They were more comfortable.
He was more of that third down, receiving type back, but he could
played
also
out
run
the
the
gun,
ball.
you know.
I mean, Piron is a very solid back, and I mean, I don't think Javonte has done anything to earn this like reputation that he has right now.
Yeah,
and it's very weird. Moving on though, Adam Troutman did get traded from the Saints for pretty much nothing.
I think it was a 7th.
257th overall.
That's
for
late.
196. Yeah. So it's pretty much we want him off the team, which the Saints have like 5 tight ends that are making the roster, it looks like.
Jimmy Graham's doing great again, it seems like.
Yeah, so. Jimmy, Juwan, Moreau, whatever Taysom is. I mean, all those are going to make the team. So Marquise Callaway also signed with the Broncos. Feels like he's just always been itching to break out with the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
He never could quite do it.
He always has a good preseason.
Yeah, shows the flashes. And then, what was it, year before last with Jameis? He had that week 1 against the Packers.
Yeah.
Scored like 2 touchdowns maybe.
Yeah.
Like he always shows the flashes, but hasn't really put it together yet. Mike McGlinchey did sign with them, one of the top tackles available. 5 years, $87 million. Big deal for him.
It's a lot of money.
And then also the guard, Ben Powers, 4 years, $52 million. So really investing in the O-line. And then you already have, what's the guy on right tackle? Risner?
You got Bowles. Garrett Bowles.
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of something Risner. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it is Garrett Bowles. Who am I thinking? Dalton Risner. Did he just get cut from somewhere?
I've never heard of such.
Dalton Risner.
He looks like he's 45 years old, Clay.
2019 guard from Kansas State, was a Bronco.
Till 2022, so you're about 2 years off.
No, that means he was on the team last year.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Last year was 2022 football season.
But yeah, Garrett Bowles, who he struggled early on in his career, but he did finally make it out, and he's like a legit player now. And then Lloyd Cushenberry, LSU legend, starting at center. And Quinn Miners, who's the guy that plays with his gut out. Remember him from the Combines?
I think I do. Click on him.
Where's he from? North Dakota State or something like that? Wisconsin Whitewater. That's it.
He looks like that type of dude.
Yeah, he's one of those just random small school guys that's country and, physical. Who else did they add?
Ben Powers.
Ben Powers. He's going to be the other guard.
Not related to Kenny.
Nope. Zach Allen from the Cardinals got a big deal.
They spent a lot of money, Clay.
Yeah. Big deal for Zach Allen. I don't understand that one. 3 years, $45 million.
How did they have this much money while having a high-priced quarterback? Are Judy and Sutton still on their rookie deals?
Judy has to be. Sutton maybe
Sutton
not.
Might just not have
Sutton,
no money.
yeah, I mean Sutton's probably not making more than 10.
Yeah.
You're not paying nothing for a running back. Bowles maybe's getting something.
Yeah, Bowles got his deal last year.
Okay.
Because he had a good year.
But, I mean, on defense, they're not paying Vaughn. They're not paying Chubb anymore. They're not paying that elite edge rusher.
Justin Simmons.
You're not paying Simmons is getting paid, but you're not paying Surtain that elite corner money yet.
That's where they're saving their money at.
Yeah. Alex Singleton, re-signed him 3 years, $18 million. Kareem Jackson, who just can never leave the NFL, still there, re-signed a 1-year deal. Solid veteran depth. Looking at some subtractions, you lost, my God, I forgot. Any of them guys played for the Broncos last year. Mike Boone, Chase Edmonds, Marlon Mack, Latavius Murray. What a group. I did not realize that. When did Marlon Mack play for them?
He got picked up like mid-season.
That's a heck
I didn't know
of a group.
Chase Edmonds played for him.
And Latavius was
I
on like
remember
4
Latavius.
teams last year, I guess.
Latavius played for him over in London. I started him that game, I think.
Was it then? Yeah, because was that the team he played back-to-back weeks for?
Yeah, 1,000% it was him.
Oh, look, they lost Dalton
Risner.
I knew it. Graham Glasgow, who went to the Lions. Draymond Jones went to the Seahawks, one of their veteran presences on the D-line. They lost their long snapper. That's
That's a
Wait,
trend.
hold up. Did they not?
They
did
did
not
not
bring
sign
one
one.
in
They might have drafted one.
or undrafted? Michael Fraboni, what a name. And let's look at their draft. I can't tell you a pick that they made. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Marvin Mims Jr. Oh, they got Drew Sanders. Did not realize that. And they got the white cornerback from Iowa.
They had 3 picks in the top 80. That's impressive.
Did not realize that.
Never mind. They're the 3
I mean,
picks
Drew,
from
Drew
63
Sanders was
to 80 for
arguably the
this.
best linebacker in the draft. They got him at 67. Marvin Mims, who making a lot of impressions already for the Broncos. Looks like and with Judy already having a hamstring injury,
And
shocker.
Patrick getting hurt.
Yeah, and Tim Patrick being hurt. It looks like Marvin Mims is sneaking his way up to
Wide receiver 2.
yeah, and they already cut KJ Hamler because of whatever the crap he had going on. I mean, he very well might be wide receiver 2 or 3 to start the year.
Oklahoma's good at producing flashy wide receivers.
Yeah. Oh, look at the depth chart. Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton,
Yeah.
Marvin Mims.
And Marquez. Oh, my God, he's got Lil Jordan as well. This dude here, man.
Little Jordan Humphrey, Marquise Callaway. You got Ben DiNucci, third-string quarterback. But the biggest thing about this team, what's Russell Wilson going to be?
Yeah. Not very encouraging signs last year.
I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of just out on this team. I think they might finish last again. It's insane to say.
That's AFC.
I think they might finish last in this West again.
What team? I'm forgetting about the Raiders.
The Raiders.
That's who it is.
I mean that's the other team that's going to finish last.
Yeah, I mean it's not going to be the Chargers. You wouldn't think it's not going to be the whatchamacallits, the
I
Chiefs.
mean, the Chargers could just implode with Staley and
Dude,
Moore.
if the Chiefs finish last, I'd inject that in my veins, Clay.
That would require Kelsey and Mahomes to being hurt. Then I still wouldn't believe it. Like,
this the year Andy goes home.
Andy Reid might just figure it out. Like,
You saw who they're about to sign?
who?
My boy,
Who's your boy?
quarterback. I'm not telling you till you figure it out. So.
Josh Allen.
Nah, I wish.
Like, hold up. Is he? Did he just get cut from somewhere?
Mm-mm.
He's just been sitting out there. Quarterback.
Quarterback.
Your boy.
My boy. He was my first Josh Allen.
Carson Wentz?
Carson Wentz.
No, they're not. Really?
And he has bought into being a QB2. He realizes he's not a starter. That's very possible.
Chiefs might sign Carson Wentz.
Yep.
I saw some Julio names going around today. I don't know, not to the Chiefs, but I saw people just saying his name. Where's Julio going to go?
They've not been encouraged by their backup quarterback, whatever that may
Who
mean.
is it?
I don't know. It's not Chad Henne. I know that.
Say Swag Henny went home. Looking at the rest of the team, we already went through the O-line. Wide receivers, it's just going to be a big if Judy and Sutton can stay healthy. You don't really have much behind that. I mean, Marquise Callaway, Lil Jordan Humphrey, us as Saints fans know you don't want to rely on that. Callaway's been our wide receiver 2 before, and we didn't
Not
win
good.
games.
Not good.
Troutman is the tight end 1 over Dulcich.
Hey,
Because,
Tony Jones Jr.
Oh, what do you know?
Still waiting on him to pan out, Clay. I'm telling you, he looked good in that preseason.
This man can start a Saints lineup. Running, he can have Tony at running back, Callaway and Humphrey at receiver, Troutman at tight end, and throw in a fullback with
Burton. Yeah.
And
He just needs a quarterback.
This is just stupid.
Whenever Teddy Two Gloves gets cut in a couple of days,
No,
he'll
he
go
just
out
got a
there.
real number, 17.
Oh God.
So he's no longer 55 or whatever. Whoa, Frank Clark. Frank Clark to the Broncos. When did that happen? The more you know. He was not on that additions list from whenever that was made. But they brought in Frank Clark, it looks like. That's pretty big. I mean, he don't have a lot in the tank, but still a really good edge. DJ Jones at tackle, Mike Purcell, good depth. Zach Allen, a lot of money for him. He'd better perform. Linebacking core is interesting. Baron Browning.
I've never heard of any of those names.
Where did he go to school?
Besides
I
Randy
remember him.
Gregory.
Baron Browning was Ohio State. Okay, yeah. Alex Singleton, who they re-signed. Drew Sanders, Josie Jewels from Oregon, and then Randy Gregory coming off the edge. Yeah, not the
Are
best
they
of
testing
names.
for weed anymore?
I don't know. Where's Josh Gordon?
Waiting on that moment.
Yeah. Looking at the secondary, though, I think the secondary is pretty good. Pat Surtain is just a great cornerback in the NFL. He really is. You'll hear his name later tonight.
On everybody's list.
Yeah, on the other episode. Kareem Jackson's still finding a way to start at safety. You got Caden Stearns from Texas backing him up. Justin Simmons at free safety. And then Damari Mathis on the other side. Not sure about that, but you've got White Boy Moss backing him up, so maybe he'll get some playing time. That'll be incredible. Let Moss go against the Chiefs. See what Andy Reid does to him.
Yeah. He'll target him.
Brett Mayer, kicker.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens there.
Kicker.
Yeah. Marvin Mims looks like he's already doing returning
Ball
duties
flies
too.
well, though, up there, so that might help him out.
Yeah, flies to the upright.
Yeah, he won't have to really worry about putting too much into it. He, he just kind of groove it.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really feeling the Broncos this year. Let's take a look at their schedule real quick. Opening up with Vegas, which might be a very good determining factor of what is this team going to be. And I'm already looking at a tough stretch in October. We're about to get there. Vegas, Washington, very winnable games, both at home, in Denver, at the altitude. Then you go to Miami, to Chicago. Pretty tough. Mm-hmm. And then you continue October with versus the Jets, Jets, and then at Kansas City versus Green Bay versus Kansas City. You play Kansas City twice in 2 weeks, one on Thursday in Arrowhead, which is, I'll mark that up right now as an L.
Yeah.
You're not winning an Arrowhead on a Thursday night.
Pretty safe to put that as
Night
an L.
games at Arrowhead are just different. They really are.
Yeah.
And then the Packers, Jordan Love's playing pretty well. And
they might have that figured out by then.
That whole team looks like it's going to be a little bit better than we thought. Like this, what do we have? Under 7.5 wins on the fridge back here. Might not come true. Then the Jets, obviously, they might not win a game in October.
Yeah. From Chicago
Jets,
City
Chiefs, Packers, Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's very, very tough. But then, hey, you get your bye week, and then guess what?
You get Buffalo.
You go to Buffalo on Monday night.
L.
Welcome.
L.
And then, guess what? You get Minnesota on Sunday night.
Yeah, so you got
Tough.
prime time. It's prime time Kirk Cousins, though. You got that going for you.
Yeah. But
where's
who
the
knows?
easy part of their schedule? 1,
Then-
2, 3?
Then you get Cleveland.
And I think they'll be
Cleveland's
going to
be good. Then you get a 3-game road trip to the underrated Houston Texans. Then you keep it going at the Chargers, at our Detroit Lions, versus the Patriots in Week 16, versus the Chargers at the Raiders. So you play Raiders Week 1 and 18. That's crazy.
That's cool. I like that. Let me look up their over-under.
It ain't looking promising for a last place schedule.
Like I said, where is the easy games?
Last place in the AFC involves the Browns.
Yeah.
And the Jets.
Yeah.
And then the other one is the Texans, who we're kind of high on. I hadn't looked at their schedule before this.
Oh,
but
goodness.
What is it? 9?
8.5.
8.5. Under. Hammer in the table. Where's the notepad?
It's right beside you.
Where's that notepad? Under. Hold up. Let's see. Broncos. That's just ridiculous.
I've never heard of any of their linebackers. I've never heard of 3 of the 4 linebackers.
Yeah, I'm taking that. Under 8.5. Yeah. I'll say this right now. If the Broncos don't start the year 2-0, they're done.
They're screwed.
Sean
Payton's seat gets hot.
If you don't beat Vegas and the Commanders in Denver to open up the year, the first 2 weeks, your season's over.
Yeah.
And I'll say it right now.
It's going to be bad, dude.
That is a hard schedule. And
even take away the Texans, us thinking the Texans are going to be good, then it's still a hard schedule.
Yeah.
Still hard.
Well, maybe the worst thing about this is you only get 4 games. You have your bye week, week 9. You only get 4 games at home after that.
Yeah.
Which is, you want that at altitude later in the year. Whenever people are more worn out with just the grind of an NFL season, you get Minnesota, Cleveland, New England, and Los Angeles all in Denver in the second half of the year. Are any of those guaranteed wins? No.
By week 13, C.J. Stroud's got.
I don't know if any. I mean, your other home games in October: Jets, Packers, Chiefs, all going to be pretty good.
Packers.
That's what I'm saying.
The Packers,
you gotta beat the Raiders, and you gotta beat the Commanders to open up the year against a iffy Jimmy G in a new system, and against second week Sam Howell. Like, you have to win those games if you're the Broncos.
It's not good.
I am taking that under right now. I'm going to the railroad tracks. I mean, that's. Can't wait to look at the next team. Let's move on.
They're going to do better than the Broncos.
Here comes the Raiders. So the Raiders, big news. Jimmy G, porn star Jimmy, comes to Vegas, and 3 years,
chlamydia.
3 years, $72 million, $24 million in year one. I don't know why that was specified, because that's essentially just the norm of that contract.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little bit front-loaded, but not much. You also bring in Brian Hoyer on a 2-year deal because he's a Patriot. And you still have McDaniels as the head coach.
Amir Abdullah
is still playing football. That's a good one.
Good for him.
And maybe the second biggest news, Josh Jacobs signed a contract.
And changed his number.
Really? To what?
8.
From 28?
Mm-hmm.
I
think he wore 8 at Bama.
He did. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm in even more. Austin Hooper came there. O.J. Howard.
He also put on a helmet in the video I watched. Helmet looked very snug. Like, it looked very uncomfortable. Which all helmets are uncomfortable, but that one looked really, really tight on him. Like, he struggled putting it on. So they might want to check.
He don't have a lot of hair, really.
He's got some twists, but it should have been easier to put on than what he did.
So concussion incoming?
Is that
Marlins, man?
I think so.
I don't play.
Probably so, dude. He's been like all of our games recently. He probably just wants to be there for when Ronnie does it.
I just saw orange.
Yeah, no, that's not him. That's a
no,
Giants.
look to the right.
No, that is him. He's
right above
fedora.
Park.
The fedora.
Yeah.
Behind the guy in the white hat.
I've always wanted to go to San Francisco's park, though. It looks beautiful. That big glove in left field.
Yeah.
I love that.
The cars on the
Covey Cove.
Cars on the wall.
Yeah. Brought in a lot of receivers. None will probably make big impacts besides one. You got DeAndre Carter, Keelan Cole, Phillip Dorsett, Cam Sims. Shout out. Washita. That's it. He just made a big catch yesterday.
He was with Cam Robinson at
How many times have we brought that up on this pod?
He was with Cam Robinson at the Monroe City Zoo.
They did not know that gun was under that seat.
I've brought that up so many times. Like that's my OJ.
Yes,
finding a way to bring up that freaking gun in the seat.
And then a signing that I think has not been talked about enough. The wide receiver market wasn't great, to say the least, this offseason. But they did bring in Jacoby Myers.
Myers.
He was a top 2 or 3 guy in the class.
I think he is so underrated.
He's got the talent. He's just been playing with Mac Jones.
Yeah, and he don't score touchdowns. It's okay.
And Bailey Zappi, which now he's playing with Jimmy Garoppolo.
But still, he's a really good wide receiver, very undervalued, and now he doesn't have to be the one.
Now he's back playing with Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow.
It's like he is 2B or 2A.
Yeah,
that is
3
good.
years, $33 million. What is that saying? $11 million year one, and will receive a bonus which is guaranteed for injury and skill.
Whatever that means.
If he's on the team on the third day of the 2024 league year, that's some
on that
crazy
same
stuff
day.
right there.
His $5 million base salary will become fully guaranteed. So in other words, don't get cut next year. By game 3,
pretty much
day 3,
pretty much. Who's is it? Al Davis.
The third day, the third day of the 2024 league year. So that's like March the 20th.
Yeah.
As long as he's there March 21st, and he is good. He gets that $5 million. What?
Why?
Now you know the problem here. The freaking GM has to have that in the back of his mind.
Yeah.
When the new league year starts, he has to think, okay, we got to decide with Jacoby Myers right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Before the draft.
Umpire, by the way, has been horrible tonight. Horrible.
Before the draft, before free agency really gets going, like
you got to decide right then and there, Clay.
That's some stuff right there.
Like
good job by Myers' as agent.
Like you just fired Josh McDaniel. Now you got to decide whether or not you want to move on from your number 2 wide receiver.
Yeah, pretty much. Keep looking at the rest of the team. Some guy named Haranis Grasu. I don't know who you are. He re-signed. Brought back some depth pieces at O-line. Jerry Tillery re-signed with the Raiders.
Notre Dame.
Shout out Evangel. John Jenkins. Brandon Fackison at corner. David Long. Duke Shelley. Marcus Epps. Not much there.
Never heard any of these dudes.
Amik Robertson's on the 53-man roster, it looks like.
I heard he might be getting cut.
They've said that the past 3 years.
Yeah.
But I think he's surviving again.
He made a graphic, though, of, like, people that might get cut, like veterans. The same one I saw Corey Davis getting cut on. They put him on that list.
They've said this for 3 years, and I looked him up today, actually.
Yeah.
He's probably going to make it again. Shout out Amik. Let's look at the departures for...
Hey, go back. You missed a big signing.
Oh, the long snapper from Denver? Yeah, they stole him from Denver. Jacob Boben Moyer, whatever that means.
Boben Moyer.
Look at the departures, as we all know. The New Orleans Saints savior, Derek Carr. Jarrett Stidham went to the Broncos. We talked about him. Matt Collins to the Falcons, who looks like he's showing out in camp. He's just a freak of an athlete. Lost both their tight ends. Moreau to the Saints. Darren Waller to the Giants. Been talked about plenty.
I forget about Darren Waller.
Yeah, he's going to be a freak. Rock Ya-Sin, Sidney Jones.
They had Rock Ya-Sin and Fuck Ya Son. He got some funny names, dude.
Yeah.
They both played corner.
Let's look at.
I'm not gonna lie. When you said "fuck your son," I was thinking in my head, dude, that reminds me of Rock Ya-Sin. I didn't know he played for him.
There we go.
Last year.
Looking at their draft, they took Tyree Wilson, round 1 from Texas Tech, who people talked about him going like 2 overall.
He's not supposed to be like a developmental guy, though, right? He's supposed to be more proven than the Walker kid from last year.
I think so, but I think he's still kind of on the raw side.
I mean, he played at Texas Tech. They're
exactly.
not that good no more.
Exactly. But I mean, they
made
made Max Crosby work.
I bet he looked really good in shorts and a t-shirt.
Oh, he absolutely does.
Yeah.
He does. Michael Mayer,
like you said, they found Max Crosby, so it'd be fine.
Michael Mayer, the tight end from Notre Dame, who
supposed to be like the best one.
Yeah, there's about 5 of them you could say that with, but he's one of them. I mean, as I've said so many times, if you didn't grab a tight end in this draft class, you were wrong.
You're a loser.
Yeah, because there's so much tight end talent. It's crazy. You got a D tackle from Bama. You got Aiden O'Connell from Purdue, the quarterback, who I've already seen multiple people say is already the best backup quarterback in football.
Really?
Because he looked that good in preseason.
Hackenberg had a good one, too, though, up there in Green Bay. No, not Hackenberg. Clifford, same thing.
Yeah.
Penn State.
Yeah, well, I'll believe in him never. Christopher Smith from Georgia, safety, some more depth there. Let's take a look at the Raiders. So the Raiders depth chart, we've already pretty much discussed most of this. Jimmy G, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Hunter Renfrow. That's a solid core 5 right there. Yeah. It really is.
If they were playing 7-on-7, they'd be set.
Yeah, and then Austin Hooper, Michael Mayer, both at tight end. I mean,
I don't know why they got Hooper ahead of him. I guess because he's a name. He had that one
veteran
year.
Yeah. But I mean, I really like that core 5 for them. And
it's not bad. And
Philip Dorsett, DeAndre Carter, Cam Sims, like they've all shown some flashes.
And when has Jimmy G been at his best?
When he's got weapons around him.
And when he was with who?
Josh McDaniels.
So,
well, I mean, he did take the Niners to the Super Bowl, but
but
the Niners took Jimmy G to the Super Bowl.
There you go. That was like no offense to Jimmy G, but that same way Peyton Manning got to that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
just the running backs took him instead of.
I really like how they've surrounded the team around him. The O-line could probably use some work, but Colton Miller's really come on.
It's make or break this year for him.
Pretty much, yeah.
You can't ask for much better. Than what you got here. You got probably top 10 at being very, very generous. Probably top 5 running back. Some people think.
I think after last year, he deserves top 5.
He's fringe. He's 5 to 7.
Yeah.
Top 7 running back. top 2, top 3 wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, he's Devontae.
A very, very good number 2 now.
And then
former
the slot man.
And probably one of the best slot men in football.
Yeah. And then a very young and talented tight end in Mayer, second-round pick. Hooper, who's got experience. Colton Miller's an established left tackle now. The rest of the O-line I'm not really in love with, but I think this – And
you got one of the best pass rushers in football on defense in Max Crosby.
Not only is this a make-or-break year for Jimmy G, it's make-or-break for Josh McDaniels.
Oh, yeah. It's either –
even to a more serious extent. Like,
yeah.
This is his last shot.
He's either going to be the head coach of the Raiders next year, he's going to be the offensive coordinator for Alabama or the Patriots.
What record could they go and he stay? 7 or 8? Does 7 wins?
500.
7 wins keep him? 7-10?
No.
8 wins?
I think he has to get 8.
8 and 9?
8 and 9 or 9 and 8, and he's fine. Unless
I think 7 could keep him.
Unless Jimmy gets hurt or something like that, you know.
You got O'Connell.
Or Josh gets hurt or Devontae gets hurt. Like, I've never been a big fan of, like, coaches getting just absolutely fired because of people getting injured that you're relying on, you know.
Yeah.
Is this year 2 for him now? Or is this 3?
I'm pretty sure it's 2.
Okay. So last year was 1?
No way it's 3. It's got to be 2.
I can't remember. Since it's only year 2, he might be more generous.
Yeah. But the things that you always look for with, like, elite teams, you look for a good quarterback. Jimmy, I don't know if he's in that 20 to 10 range.
Yeah.
Pretty much, or maybe 20 to 15.
20 to 15.
Maybe.
he ain't better than 15.
Depends on his day.
Yeah.
You say he's not Baker?
He's not better than 15.
I'm about to say.
I'd take him over Baker.
Yeah, maybe. Give Baker this team, see what happens. You get that. You have that elite. You have that elite receiver. You have an elite running back. You have an elite pass rusher. That's pretty much all you really need to succeed.
I'll tell you what they need, Clay. They need another corner. You got 5 on the roster.
You got
5. You got 1 on the IR. So yeah, Meek probably gonna make the roster.
You got Marcus Peters. How about that?
Yeah.
That's a good signing.
I forgot he played football still.
I like Marcus Peters. Looking at their defense, Max Crosby probably
Stud.
Getting close to a top 5 edge rusher, if not already there. Jerry Tillery, Neil Farrell.
Hey, my TikTok guy.
Neil Farrell, LSU, right?
No. Yeah. TikTok guy, Isaac Rochelle.
Oh, yeah?
Love to follow him and his wife on TikTok. They're awesome. You want to
Chandler Jones is still there.
You want to learn about the grind of a journeyman in the NFL from practice squad to practice squad? Follow his account. It's really sad what they have to go through.
I saw Josh Dobbs, his TikTok yesterday.
I need to follow
about him flying the day that he got traded from Cleveland, Arizona. And, like, what he has to do, like, in terms of packing. And
you have to pack, like, immediately right there.
Yeah, he packs 2 suitcases. He said, what I do is I essentially throw every bit of underwear I have. And
because you can get clothes from the facility.
Yeah, and then as many shirts as I can fit. And then I get my golf clubs and I go.
Yeah.
and that's what he took. And it's so crazy to think.
And it can change just like that,
yeah.
too.
And you can be across the freaking country.
Yeah.
From Cleveland to Arizona. Chandler Jones, who...
Great guy for Tyree Wilson to learn under.
Yeah. Chandler Jones just will not go away. He continues to produce, and he's still a great edge rusher.
He's going to flirt with the Hall of Fame.
I'll never doubt him.
He's going to flirt with the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I would not doubt it. Devine Diablo. I forgot about him.
I Oh, yeah, dude. That's a white fella.
Nuh-uh.
Don't know.
Is he from...
Yeah,
okay, Valtech. Yeah. He's a good Madden player.
He must be fast.
Yeah.
They're good at picking
linebackers, not great. Luke Masterson, Robert Spillane, who, how long's he been in the NFL?
Okay, they do have more than just 5 corners. I was looking at Masterson being the corner.
Oh, you thought that said slot corner?
Yeah, I can't see that far.
No, it says Sam linebacker.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. All right, Meek might not make the roster.
Yeah, we'll see. He's at 4th string right now. Marcus Epps, Trevon Mooring, Nate Hobbs, Marcus Peters as your secondary. Again, not great, but Crosby and Jones can kind of make up for your lackluster back 7.
Absolutely.
And that's what they're going to be relied upon. And also Tyree Wilson, He's probably this year just going to be told, hey, on third down, we're going to put you in there. You go as hard as you freaking can to that quarterback.
You give what's-his-face a little bit of a break, Chandler Jones.
Yeah. And you tell Tyree.
Or you move Chandler into the 3-tech.
Why not?
And you
three-man rush.
Dude, yeah.
Three-man rush of Crosby, Jones, and Tyree.
Or you might move Max inside because he's probably a little bit bigger and stronger than Chandler. That'd be scary.
One of the good things you do have going for the Raiders, one of the best kickers in the NFL, Daniel Carlson. I think he bombed a 62-yarder the other day in preseason. He's very consistent and kicks in a dome. That's always good for him. At least 8 games a year.
And
a little bit more than 8 games because he's got LA now.
He had a rough start to his career.
Yes. And then A.J. Cole is also another very good punter.
He got cut from Minnesota. Didn't he get cut from Cleveland?
No, you're thinking of Greg Joseph.
I am.
He played for both of those teams you just said. I think Carlson's been with the Raiders the whole time.
No, he got cut from the Vikings. 1,000,000,000%. Billion.
Let's take a look.
I'll get a tattoo on my neck if I'm wrong.
Oh, wow.
Billion.
Yeah. 2 games played. Never kicked.
He got cut.
Wait, no, here we go. 6 PATs, 1 field goal.
Yeah.
He doesn't even say what he did, though.
Billion.
That's weird. Huh. He kicked in Oakland. All right, look at the schedule.
He's probably top 5 kicker right now.
Oof.
If not better.
Okay.
Don't like the first 5.
This AFC West had a bad draw this year.
They pissed off somebody. They're all getting the AFC East, and the AFC East is probably good 1 through 4 this year.
Let's look at the schedule. You have at Denver.
Gotta win it.
Yeah. At Denver, at Buffalo.
Nope.
If you want to play Buffalo anytime, it's early on. You don't have to play in the snow. That's a positive.
Yeah.
That's a positive.
Yeah.
Versus Pittsburgh on Sunday night. Tough. At the Chargers. Green Bay on Monday night in Vegas. Weird matchup there. Primetime Jordan Love, probably his first time.
Don't fit.
To what?
That's gonna be a weird color matchup.
Green and gold and
versus black and silver.
Yeah. And the dome too. Versus New England, revenge game. At Chicago, at Detroit, back to back. That's tough, man. Another Monday night game.
Clay, they can go 1-12.
Versus the Giants.
They could go 1-11.
Versus the Jets.
They can go 1-11.
At the Dolphins. Versus the Chiefs.
This ain't fair.
That's all right. That's a tough schedule.
I'm gonna look up strength of schedules.
Watch
us be
thinking. But then you get your bye week 13, and coming out of the bye, you get versus Minnesota,
winnable,
versus the Chargers.
Clay, they have 2 games they can win this year.
At the Chiefs on Christmas.
Merry
at
Christmas
the Colts,
to you, Josh.
And then Denver again. All right, maybe every one of the AFC West is going under.
Yeah, I'm going to look at it.
Get the lines for the other 2 teams while you're at it.
Las Vegas. Nah, it's more
6.5.
6.5, yeah. What are the other teams?
6 is hard.
Hard 6 coming out.
So that's saying win 7 games, which is what we said he might need to stay as a coach.
Yeah.
But we do love the offense. We love the offense. Or we really like the offense. How about that?
Yeah.
And we like Max Crosby, Chandler Jones.
Here we go. Teams with the hardest schedules in 2023. Number 2 is the Las Vegas Raiders.
All right.
Dang. And then Dolphins, Bills, Chiefs.
Who's number 1?
Patriots. The whole freaking AFC East.
So they play each other.
Yeah, that's probably honestly why. And the Jets are right below the Chargers and Chiefs.
Well, I don't know what to feel about the Raiders anymore.
Saints have the easiest.
Yeah, because they play the South. I don't know what to feel. I think that they can win 7. It's going to take a lot. They're going to have to win some games. They might not be favored in more than 4 games this year.
Yeah.
You're probably favored against New England at home. Maybe the Giants at home. At Indy.
And I might be thinking about this wrong, but they play They play Kansas City tough every year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I mean, Kansas City, as much as they should be just a straight-up loss, sometimes they do slip up and just lose a game they should.
Yeah, they play around. They play with their food. They're not
going 17-0.
No.
They're going to go 13-4, and 2 of those losses are going to be stupid.
And we'll doubt them going into the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for no reason.
And then they'll win it all.
Yeah. I'd say,
I think 6 is a good number.
6.5. I mean,
a
that
good
makes
line.
a
Vegas
lot
knows.
more sense than the Broncos at 8.5.
That is very true. Because I think the Broncos schedule's just as tough.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure they factor in like where they're traveling, when they're traveling.
Yeah.
Back-to-back travels or off, on, off, you know.
Do you come home during that Chicago-Detroit road trip? Or do you stay up there?
It's not that far of a flight. It's probably like a 2-hour flight.
Might as well just stay there.
I mean, it's basically like us going from Dallas to Vegas, which is 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I don't know.
I'd say under.
I think I'm leaning under. Yeah. But
all right, bye, Josh.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with the Chargers. See what the crap that schedule's about to be. All right, looking at the Chargers, the additions: Easton Stick re-signed him, North Dakota State, right?
Yes. No,
I think so.
He ain't the one from the Wolfpack, NC State. No, I'm thinking of the Finley guy. I don't know him then.
Ryan Finley?
Yeah, I'm thinking of Ryan Finley.
Yeah, North Dakota State.
Yeah, he's there.
All right, they didn't really add anybody. Will Clapp's still back.
Yeah, I don't think they have money.
Eric Kendricks, that's a pretty good signing from the Vikings. He's been a good linebacker the past couple years.
Yeah, he's at the back end of his career. That's
yeah,
how they
but
got him. J.K. Scott's the best.
It feels like
punter
they
of all
always need a
time.
linebacker.
Jalen Guyton, I think, used to be a Saint.
He used to be a Charger. Still is. Let's take a look at their losses.
Chase Daniels going to work full-time in TV.
And not much.
Didn't lose anything.
Drew Tranquill. Oh, Nasir Adderley retired. Holy crap.
So they're running out basically the same team from last year.
But they added Kellen Moore.
And Quentin Johnson.
That's true. Who I think is wide receiver 4.
Yeah, that tells you everything
I
you
saw
need
Josh
to know.
Palmer beat him out.
Well, Josh Palmer's freaking good. Dude.
He is.
Like, Josh Palmer's going to have 2 or 3 games this year when he does something stupid.
Oh, yeah, he'll get 90 yards.
They went straight TCU.
They drafted 3 TCU players, 2 of them being receivers.
Wow.
And 1 being the quarterback. That's a bold strategy.
I want Duggan in New Orleans.
Duggan sucks.
Has he done bad?
I don't think he's good.
Well, Jake
Chargers
Hayner's
fans
been
are already
better.
dreading the day that he has to play.
Oh, God. I just knew he was going to be good, too.
Well,
Man.
He's not.
He's playing for Kellen Moore.
He's a college quarterback.
Yeah, probably. Tebow.
They added Quentin Johnston. That's their draft pick. I don't know who this Tuli Tuapatulala guy is.
Guarantee you he's good.
USC linebacker with that name, yeah.
Guarantee.
That's very true.
Like, that's freaking Ray Malaluga type stuff.
No racism there.
No, or it's like Henry To'oTo'o, but he played for USC instead.
Bama.
Yeah, he played for USC instead of Bama. That's what I was
Oh,
getting
yeah.
at.
Okay.
I know where
Taking a look.
To'oTo'o played at. Did he destroyed LSU every year.
They got Duggan at third string here. He's not even beating out the stick. He might not make the team.
We'll put him on our practice squad.
No. That's just, I'll be Taysom 2.0. Taking a look at the depth chart. Justin Herbert signed a big deal. I believe he became the most paid quarterback in NFL history for like a couple weeks.
And then Aaron Rodgers
I
took
think
it.
Lamar broke it.
Or Lamar beat it by like $1.
It went somebody, Herbert, Lamar. Hurts.
We've looked that up
Hurts,
so many
Herbert,
times.
Lamar, I think is what it went.
We've looked that up many times. That should be our poster this year instead of like the TCU schedule. Like, it should be the highest paid quarterbacks.
Eckler at running back. Mr. Consistent, very good running back. Still got Joshua Kelly chilling back behind him. Isaiah Spiller.
People like Isaiah Spiller.
Yeah. Wide receiver, Keenan Allen.
Do you remember Keelan Doss? Hard Knocks.
From the Raiders.
Hard Knocks, yeah.
Keenan Allen, can he stay healthy? Mike Williams, can he stay healthy?
There'd be no and a no.
And no. Quentin Johnston, is he good? Maybe.
Probably.
Josh Palmer, can he stay healthy? He always gets hurt too, it seems like.
Well, that's that training staff, man. Ever since they let Dr. Chow go, it's just been downhill.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Jalen Guyton is back. Darius Davis, apparently it's another TCU guy. It's all going to be about can Keenan and Mike stay on the field. Gerald Everett at tight end, solid. Rayshawn Slater is back. Can he stay healthy? Was hurt last year. Corey Lindsley, very good center. Trey Pipkins at the other tackle. I believe he's pretty young. They brought him in. Zion Johnson, is that the Boston College kid? It is. First-round pick last year for them. So very young side of left side of the line with Slater and Johnson. And then Will Clapp. He can play anywhere. Always trust Will. But, yeah, big story with the offense. Kellen Moore's the OC, pretty much fighting for his livelihood.
He's fighting to be
an NFL
head coach. It's either this is how it's going to go for him. He's going to become an NFL head coach after being in LA, or he's going to be a quarterback coach for the rest of his career.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's where he's at right now.
Pretty much.
I hate to say that.
Looking at the defense.
I really don't.
Morgan Fox, Austin Johnson, Sebastian Joseph Day. Not the best of names. But then you get Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack coming off the edge. They'll make up for it. Eric Kendricks, Kenneth Murray Jr. I like that inside right there.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Chris Rumpf. Is that another Boston College guy? Duke. Okay, never mind. Wrong ACC school. Cornerback, J.C. Jackson, who got the bag last year.
Yeah, he did.
Asante Samuel Jr., solid. He played pretty good last year for them. And guess what? Another can you stay healthy? Derwin James Jr.
Every year.
All the talent in the world. Can he stay healthy?
Probably not.
Probably not. They got Dicker the kicker.
They sure do.
And J.K. Scott.
Is Asante Samuel? Oh, my God, we're old.
He's been in the league at least 1 year.
I forgot.
2 years. 2021.
Dang, man. It's kind of like Dre Kirkpatrick's kid.
Yeah, that's insane.
That blows my mind, dude. He could still be playing, I think.
Yeah, Kirkpatrick's like 32.
Yeah.
I think he had the kid when he was 14.
Yeah, it was
That's what they
15. I
said.
did the math. Yeah.
Let's look at the Chargers schedule, see if it's as brutal as everybody else's in that division. So, the Chargers open up. Early bye week, week 5. So, you open up with Miami at home. What a matchup opening week. Chargers-Dolphins. That might be a 45-42 game.
Offense is always more rated than the defense.
Yeah.
So.
At Tennessee.
Barn burner.
At Minnesota versus Las Vegas. That's your first 4. What do you go in there?
3-1.
You think?
They'll either lose to Miami or Minnesota.
Not Tennessee? Derrick Henry early on?
No.
Okay.
Nah. Because they'll have Kenneth Murray early on.
Kenneth Murray. Keenan Allen?
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker.
Oh, you think he's going to get hurt?
Gets hurt every year.
Derwin James.
Their whole team gets hurt.
Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack.
Yeah. Bosa and Mack won't make it the whole year without pulling a hamstring.
So, yeah, I think 3-1 is what you need to go if you're the Chargers with the expectations you have, because let's look at their schedule right after the bye week, which also, week 5 bye week for the Chargers, probably about the worst one ever.
Yeah.
They need late or at least midway.
Yeah.
They open up after the bye versus Dallas, Monday Night Football, at Kansas City, versus Chicago, Sunday Night Football, at the Jets, Monday Night Football, versus our Detroit Lions, at the Packers, versus Baltimore. That's brutal. And that Baltimore game, Sunday Night Football again. We're going to be watching a lot of Chargers on primetime.
Yeah.
Which is, it's not the worst.
It's not the worst. It's fun colors of seeing the nighttime.
Yeah, Chargers, Baltimore, that'd be a fun game.
Yeah.
Chargers, Jets, I mean, that'd be a fun one. Chargers, Dallas, Kellen Moore revenge game. Chargers, Bears, that's a weird matchup, but I'll take it.
You don't see that one often.
That's a tough stretch right out of the gate. That's, what's that, 1, 2, 3, that's 7 teams that might be in the playoffs.
Every team that we've previewed has had a point in the schedule where it's like, oh, this is where the wins are going to come. Until tonight.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just been horrible.
We talked ourselves into like 8 wins for the Texans.
Yeah, I can't talk myself into 4 with the freaking Chargers.
Very interesting
They
about
got a top
this.
10 quarterback.
Look at their second half. So they have the bye week, week 5. So they play 6 through 18. They alternate home travel every week. Look at that.
That's interesting.
Is that a good or a bad? I'd lean bad.
I'd say bad because you don't get to really stay home.
Yeah, you don't have that home stretch, or you don't really have that road trip. Like they help out. I mean, they hurt each other. At some point, you want to be home 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, like you don't have to worry about, okay, I got to leave out again on Thursday. You know? Like they're going to play on Sunday, get treatment Monday, practice Tuesday, walk through Wednesday, fly Thursday. You know?
And yeah, it's going to be consistent.
Yeah, every week that's how it's going to go.
Yeah. Taking a look at the rest of the schedule, at New England in December, not an easy game.
Horrible
there,
time
ever.
for them.
Yeah. Versus Denver. You haven't played Denver yet, so you get both Denver games in December. Probably a little cold there, a little hard to breathe. At Las Vegas on Prime Video versus Buffalo on Peacock on a Saturday.
They're playing on every channel, Clay. They got the Prime Video game. They got Peacock. They got CBS, NBC, Fox,
Peacock
and ESPN.
Peacock against Buffalo on Christmas Eve at 7 o'clock.
Gonna have to make sure we get Peacock for that.
Yeah, that'll be good.
They play on every possible network, Clay.
Yeah, at Denver, and then another Kansas City game, which Week 18 Kansas City's a good one because Kansas City might be resting.
Oh yeah, that's
very good for the.
If I wanted to play Kansas City, that's when I want to play them.
You would rather it be at Arrowhead though.
They're
so
playing.
The one time they do go to Arrowhead, Chiefs are going to be trying.
Yeah, they're playing on every network.
They are.
That is comical. They're going to play on more networks than anybody.
What's their line? 9.5.
9.5. Yes. I don't see.
My God, dude.
I don't see the freaking AFC West winning football game.
I'm going under every team.
Yeah. Wait till you hear this Kansas City line.
13.5.
Oh no, it's not that bad. No. 15.5.
Yeah, perfect season. I got to go under here.
No, once you hear it, you'll be like, okay.
I got to go under with the Chargers.
Oh yeah.
I want them to.
I want them to suck.
I want them to prove that they're double-digit wins before I bet that they will be.
I want Eric Bieniemy to be their coach. That's just me. That's okay. What I want, dude. If he's really as good as everybody thinks he is, if I can't have Pat and I can't have Josh, hell, I'll take him in Buffalo almost.
He's got to make Sam Howell light it up.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I couldn't have Pat and I couldn't have Josh, who's the next quarterback similar to how they play? Justin Herbert. He can be mobile.
You don't want Joe Burrow?
No, Burrow ain't mobile enough.
But you don't want who is?
I'm comparing play styles.
Who is I? Who is if I can't have?
If I'm Eric Bieniemy.
Okay, I think about you rooting for people.
No. God, no. I'm never going to root for Justin Herbert.
That's what I was thinking. What?
No, I'm just saying. If I'm Eric Bieniemy.
If you're not with Mahomes,
I felt like what I did with Mahomes. Okay, I get him out the pocket, let him make magic. Who's the next best person to do that? Josh Allen.
Okay.
Can't have him, which I think is going to be a possibility after this year.
McDermott just signed an extension.
I know, but he needs to be fired. Can't have Josh Allen. Who's the next quarterback like that?
Herbert doesn't leave the pocket that much, but he leaves a little bit more. He leaves a little bit more than Burrow.
He can leave the pocket though.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why they probably suck out there, but they're probably scared he's going to get hurt because they're L.A.
I mean, yeah, that's a very valid point.
You know? I want Bruce Staley or Jim Staley, whatever his name is.
Brandon.
I want him gone, dude. He don't deserve it. He don't deserve a generational talent at quarterback like people think he is. No, it's like people think he is. I don't think he is, but some people do.
Yeah.
So
I'm going under.
There's my rant. Screw the Chargers.
I'm looking at hold on. Give me the lines real quick.
9.5.
What was the Broncos? 8.5?
8.5, and then 6.5.
I'm looking at 6 wins for the Raiders, 7 for the Broncos, and 9 for the Chargers.
Yeah.
6, 7, and 9, and I'm probably going to go the Chiefs about 15. We'll see. All right, let's look at the Chiefs. Did they get better? The Chiefs brought in Blaine Gabbert to be their backup quarterback.
Carson will be there soon.
They re-signed Circle Jerk McKinnon.
Forget about that.
Richie James, Justin Watson.
They're gonna make Richie James good somehow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the Kadarius Toney thing all over again.
They did lose Orlando Brown, but they brought in Jawan Taylor, 4 years, $80 million.
He came from Jacksonville, huh?
Yeah. Solid tackle. I think he'll be pretty good. Donovan Smith, very good depth as well.
He's got high hips.
Okay.
Jawan Taylor does. His hips are really high. He's got
Let's
really
see.
work. He's getting a good pass blocking.
Drew
stance.
Tranquill, they brought him from the Chargers. Mike Edwards finally left Tampa. Feels like he's been there forever. I like that signing. Look at their losses. You lost Chad Henne, Ronald Jones, Mecole Hardman, and Juju.
And Michael Burton.
Yeah, Michael Burton. Orlando Brown, as we just mentioned. Andrew Wiley, Frank Clark, Carlos Dunlap. Forgot he was there. Juan Thornhill, Kalen Saunders. Some pretty big names there.
Frank Clark retire.
No, he's in Denver. We just
That's
said that.
right. They ain't got his name on there.
Yeah. Kansas City drafted
Okay. Felix Anudike Uzama.
Yes. Kansas City.
No,
Kansas.
Felix Anudike.
Yeah. Kansas State edge rusher. SMU receiver Rashee Rice, who I've heard good things about him. Wanyo Morris, another tackle depth for Oklahoma.
Who's KC's number one wide receiver?
Who knows? Travis Kelce.
Does it matter?
Yeah. Travis Kelce and about 5 guys that are fast and can be good.
It still feels weird knowing that Tyreek's not there.
Yeah, it does. You
Kadarius
got
Toney.
hurt.
Already questionable.
At quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Who's their OC? Is it Zach Robertson?
Nope. It's the dude from used to be the Mike Pettin.
Oh, okay.
I think that's who it is.
No,
Pettin was a defensive guy. This is Matt Nagy.
Yeah.
Matt Nagy.
Yeah, because he was like QB coach last year or something. Yep. Running back, Isaiah Pacheco, who looked pretty good last year. I think he got close to 1,000 yards, if not got it. And then Jerick McKinnon, who just resurrected his career, had just such a weird turnaround and like became a legit threat for them. I think he scored in the Super Bowl as well. Clyde, can he figure it out? Can he stay healthy?
Clyde's getting cut.
I don't think he will. Receiver. Who is their receiver?
Sky Moore's going to take the step.
Sky Moore's the guy that's getting the boost of can he be the one receiver in fantasy?
Well, it's because they drafted him last year.
Yeah.
Really high.
Tony, MVS is still there. MVS is solid.
He's going to get you about 600, 700 yards.
Yeah. Rashee Rice, Richie James, Justin Watson, Justin Ross, Clemson, who's performing well. Travis Kelce, pretty good.
Travis Kelce's there. That helps.
Yeah, pretty good. Joe Tooney at guard.
Offensive line is just phenomenal.
It is. Creed Humphrey, best center in football, arguably, behind Jason Kelce. Trey Smith, a guy that was just too big. They drafted him.
They moved him to guard.
Yeah, and guess what? He's good.
He's really good.
Jawan Taylor, Donovan Smith. O-line's good. O-line's good.
Is.
Looking at defense, George Karlaftis.
The thing about their offensive line, they're really good, but Mahomes is still going to get pounded. Mahomes takes hits like nobody else, man.
He does stupid things sometimes.
He does, but he'll still get hammered back there.
George Karlaftis at D end.
They draft him.
Yeah, from
year before.
Iowa.
Year before last. I mean, year before this year, so last year.
I think so. Purdue, my bad. Iowa's
same thing.
Iowa's Epinesa.
Yeah.
Derek Nottie, Chris Jones. Will he play? He said I have the money to sit out till week 8. We'll see if
whatever
that happens.
that means.
I bet that's going to be the halfway mark. So I bet there's something where if he sits out till week 9, he voids his contract or something.
Probably.
You get Willie Gay, who's just come around to be a really good linebacker. Nick Bolton, very good. Drew Tranquill, you bring him in. Looking at the secondary, Justin Reed at safety, just been solid wherever. It was a steal of a signing whenever you lost Thornhill. You got Trent McDuffie, very good cornerback. Tech's own L'Jarius Sneed on the other side.
Shout out Minden.
Yeah. Shout out somehow Jonesboro family members.
See him in the Walmarts.
Yeah. Mike Edwards at backup safety. Brian Cook. They're the Chiefs.
They're Nick Bolton.
Harrison
one of the best
Butker, Tommy
linebackers.
Townsend doing the special teams for you.
Same old, same old.
Yeah. Yeah. They're the Chiefs.
They
Let's take a
are
look at
the
their
Kansas
schedule.
City Chiefs.
See how many wins we're about to give them. What's their line?
11.5.
Okay. Week 10 bye. Point that out quick.
That's probably a very good week. That's a good
Opening
bye week.
up in Arrowhead versus our Detroit Lions on Thursday Night Football.
Over. Hit the over.
You think?
Hit the over.
At Jacksonville. Interesting week 2 matchup. Very early. And it's not a prime time. That's a noon game.
That's a
Hold
Trevor Lawrence revenge game.
They play 2 noon games.
That's it.
And one of them's Vegas, one of them's Trevor Lawrence.
And then everything else is going to be Tony freaking Romo.
Oh,
Jim.
versus Chicago, week 3, at the New York Jets.
This Blake Groupie dude's going to make the Saints roster, ain't he? He's going to beat out Will Lutz.
Everyone's saying Lutz is going to make it still.
He's going to beat him.
At the Jets on Sunday Night Football, week 4. Very interested in that. At Minnesota on the week 5 versus Denver, Prime Video. Versus the Chargers. At Denver, October 29th. So you get Denver twice in 3 weeks. And then versus Miami in, what is this, Germany? Somewhere over there. Germany, London, Germany. So that's your first 9 before the bye week. It's tough, but it's the Chiefs.
It's the Chiefs. I mean,
how many of these are guaranteed wins?
I think you can guarantee splitting with every single division team.
At least
splitting. And then I think you look at Chicago.
Denver on Thursday night in Arrowhead, so that's a W.
Yeah. So you got 4, then Chicago. I think they're going to beat Chicago.
Minnesota.
Scroll down. I can't see. Are you
The first 9.
My bad. I
First
got
9.
distracted by the Braves losing. So 1, 2.
Are you beating the Lions opening night?
Heck no. Ain't beating our line.
It's a tough schedule. It's a tough schedule. But
I don't know why is their schedule so tough.
You still feel 6-3 at the worst.
Why is everybody's?
Right?
Yeah, I mean they're the freaking.
If they're 5-4, it feels like a disappointment, and you're starting to question things.
We rejoice. You start saying, "Do they miss Bieniemy?"
But oh my God, look at the back half. So you have
That's
that
horrible.
Bye week, week 10. Then you get freaking Philadelphia in Arrowhead on 3 different networks.
You get 3 of the top, probably freaking 4 teams.
Yeah.
You get the other top 4 teams.
You get Philly, Buffalo, and Cincinnati all in Arrowhead.
That's hilarious.
The back half of the year.
You get Joe Burrow actually playing football.
All in Arrowhead, though.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How do they get that?
How did that happen? Yeah.
That feels freaking rigged.
It is. At Vegas, at Green Bay in December. That could be tough on a Sunday night. At New England on a Monday night. That also could be tough. Both of those are trap games. In December, at both 2 cold areas,
I like the cold don't matter for them. It gets cold in Kansas City.
Yeah, but it don't get.
I
that
would
cold.
like New England earlier in the year. Weirdly enough,
Yeah.
because Bill Belichick's game plan is always take away the best player. So take away Travis Kelce early.
Yeah.
And then you have to rely on these dudes that just are not ready yet. But at that time, by then, somebody's going to be clicking,
Yes, absolutely.
They'll figure out who the number 2 option is by then, surely.
Yeah.
So that sucks for New England because if you had them earlier in the year, I'd probably say Mike can win that.
Yeah. You get Vegas twice in the back half, but those could be overlooked just because of how tough the rest of it is. With the Philly, Buffalo, Cincinnati, Chargers.
At Green Bay,
at New England, and then you just throw in 2 Vegas games. Could be overlooked, definitely.
When I see at Green Bay, that just feels like Sunday night football. I don't know why.
It does. And it feels like a tough game.
Yeah, because it's at Green Bay.
It's 12.5.
11.5. Give them the over.
So 12 wins?
Yeah, they're gonna.
They're going to win 12.
They're going to win 12. They're not. All right, let's.
They win 11 games.
Rephrase this. They're not going to lose 6 games.
Yeah.
That's how I'm looking at this. They're not going to lose 6.
I just can't fathom Chiefs 11-6. That don't make sense. Chiefs 10-7. No, it's going to be Chiefs 12-5, 13-4.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Unless you finally get. When do they go away over somewhere? Week 9.
Week 9 at Miami.
They're playing in
in
Germany.
It's Germany, yeah.
Andy Reid's going to be really distracted.
He's been waiting for that bratwurst.
I mean, that's such a good game for 8:30 a.m. too, dude.
It is Miami and Kansas City.
God, that's not a game you want to watch at 8:30 a.m. That's a freaking primetime game. Give them 12 because they're going to win 12.
Yeah, they're going to win 12.
Got to.
So over on them, under on everybody else in the division.
Correct.
I like it. It's a tough schedule for everybody. It really is.
Strange.
There's just going to be a lot of freaking good football this year.
Probably
That's
not.
what it is.
Probably not.
It's going to be great football.
That was the quickest preview we've done. That was 12
We got to do the Dirty Five.
I'm talking about quickest preview.
You think?
It was for tonight.
It felt kind of slow.
I'm talking about for each team we did tonight. That was the quickest.
Oh, the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's because they have Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, Chris Jones, and they win football games.
Yeah, we're doing safeties.
Yes. I mean, what else is there to say?
Miss the Chiefs.
That is what you have to say. It's the Chiefs. I will start off with reading. Who is this? Peyton. Peyton sent in his. We got number 5, Honey Badger. Had to. Why not? Justin Simmons, Denver representation at number 4. Minkah Fitzpatrick at 3. Kevin Byard at 2. And Derwin James, number 1. So he did go with the Derwin route there, feeling that, if he stays healthy, he's that top number 1 in the game. Got Justin Simmons in there from the division that we just previewed. Mm-hmm. Kevin Byard, a little bit underrated guy, always gets overlooked.
I forget about Kevin Byard. Where's he at?
Tennessee.
I forget about him.
Yeah, very good safety. And then Minkah at 3. It's a very good list.
Yeah, is he the only person that sent one in?
Yeah.
Josh is on the beach, right? That's right.
Yeah. He'll be back, I think, tomorrow. You want to do yours?
I'll go.
Yeah.
Number 5, I got Buda Baker.
There you go. I wanted him to make a list.
I love Buda Baker.
Yeah, good player.
There was nobody better to replace Tyron in Arizona than Buda Baker.
Yeah.
Number 4, I got Tyron. He has to be on the list. 3, Justin Simmons. 2, Derwin James. And then number 1, the guy who had a resurgence of a career after he got traded to Pittsburgh, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
All right.
He finally tapped into that potential everybody thought he had coming out of Bama. Because, he kind of underperformed in Miami.
It was such a weird trade.
Yeah. You remember he kind of underperformed.
He forced his way out after 2 years.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
Yeah. And they obeyed, and it worked out really well for him.
My number 5, I went, as
also,
I said,
horrible number.
What?
39, I think.
39.
37
yeah, that
or
is
something.
true.
Horrible number choice for such a good player.
My number 5, I went with one that I feel is underrated, but I think you might see his impact a lot this year. I'm going Juan Thornhill. Juan Thornhill been the safety for the Chiefs past couple years. Got 2 rings with them. Very good player. I think this year he's going to take even a bigger step in how good of a player he is and how noticed he is with the Browns. A lot of great reports around about him and just how that's what the Browns have been looking for. They've been looking for that good, consistent safety. They hoped John Johnson was going to become that, but he did not. I think Juan Thornhill can be that kind of guy this year. And it might not work, but we'll see. I do think Juan Thornhill will be discussed, at least, in terms of the safeties that had the biggest impact on their teams. I had number 4, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Ooh.
Yeah. Went a little low on him. I don't really know why. I just like the guys above him a little bit more. That whole Pittsburgh defense, I'm always a little bit lower on them compared to everybody else.
You think it's a system?
I don't know. T.J. Watt, great player, but I don't think he's Myles Garrett or Nick Bosa yet.
Yeah.
There's just something about it. Number 3, Justin Simmons, very underrated, even though he's going to be on all our lists, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Top
he's
3 for
underrated,
everybody's,
but he
too.
just...
I think we all had him at 3.
I guess it's because he's such a good safety, he don't get talked about. Like he
It's been some bad Denver teams recently.
It's been some bad Denver teams, but he also just performs well. And whenever a safety like plays good, that's in that type of coverage role like him, it's kind of good that you don't hear about him. Mm-hmm. Same with the corners later. Like it's hard. It's hard to judge a good corner because, he might not have all the picks, but
that might mean he's clamping.
That might not mean he's not getting thrown at.
It's kind of like Stingley.
Yeah.
That championship run, like you didn't talk about him because he didn't have a ton of picks, but you also didn't talk about him because he clamped everybody down.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Except for the play against Bama where he was talking to a guy on the sideline.
My number 2, Derwin James. Love Derwin.
The freaking Badger at 1.
Yeah. How could I not? How could I not? I was reading some stats. Badger was the number 1 coverage safety in football last year.
Yeah, that's like I remember Peyton was always like every week about, oh my God, he looks so bad. He looks so washed. He looks so old. He graded out as the best free safety in football.
Number 1 coverage safety in football last year. The Badger, baby. What do you want your safety to do? Cover.
Yeah.
No one better.
And he still had 60-something tackles, I saw.
I mean, I saw he gave up one he allowed one play over 20 yards. One play. I mean, he's the Badger. If I would have put him anywhere lower, I'd have just been hating myself. So, yeah. Is he number 1? Probably not. Is he number 1 in my heart? Absolutely. So that's all that matters. I do love Derwin, though. Hope he can stay healthy. Derwin's my number 1 if Tyron didn't exist. How about that?
There you go.
Yeah, I think that's it for this. Good episode, hour 20-ish. We talked a little bit about random stuff at the beginning. But yeah, we'll be right back at it with probably the most anticipated division every year to talk about.
Yep.
AFC North. So
yep.
That is it for this one. All right.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me.